Welcome. This small presentation is about headings, using headings in your writing, in your essay. If you're taking my class, you might be writing a smaller essay for physical or biological anthropology, or you might be working on a midterm or final for cultural anthropology, introduction to anthropology, or world cultures. So, headings organize the different sections and topics of your essay. All right. Some examples of where you would put headings is for the introduction and conclusion of your essay, or the different sections of the body of your essay. They can be used to organize sections, topics, and subtopics. Okay, headings should be styled differently for each level in a hierarchy, and I'm going to provide some different examples, but all of your headings should be the same font and color for consistency. So it's a little bit tricky because you have to keep them the same but consistent. You can use different alignments like left, center, or punctuation like colons or periods, all caps, bold, and italics to differentiate the different levels of your headings. So here we have a sample set of instructions that I provide. These might not apply to your class that you're taking, but this is just an example from one of my classes, all right? You can see here at the top of the example, I have midterm instructions. It's regular text title case in bold, and it's centered, all right? This is a good example of what you could use for a title or a main paper section, such as an introduction, body, or conclusion. You can see when I go one level down, I have assignment in bold with a colon, all right? That differentiates a different section of that midterm instructions, all right? So in the beginning of this set of instructions, I'm providing a few guidelines that apply to the whole essay, and then I'm going section by section with different criteria. So this isn't perfect. This is just the way I happen to do it for this set of instructions. But you can see underneath midterm instructions, I'm repeating the same heading style in different small sections of different hierarchies. Now, when I move on to writing section by section, I do have a different style of heading below that, where the introduction is. It's just left aligned, no colon, and then I have a paragraph underneath that. So here you can see 3 different levels of heading organization, and as I said, they're not perfect. It would be better if I used the introduction heading where their assignment heading is and used it in that style and written a paragraph underneath it. But again, this is just an example of how I have used headings, and there are lots of different heading examples likely in your writing guide or your midterm/final instructions. Okay, we are here at the Purdue Writing Lab online, all right? That's awl.purdue.edu. You can go to this website and find lots of different guidelines for writing. One topic I always get a lot of questions about is headings. So we're going to look at the APA headings section here on the Purdue website, all right? Purdue or APA has their own style of headings, and they're right here. Here's the different levels, all right? There's 5 levels: centered bold, flush left bold or left align bold and italic, and then indented bold and indented bold and italic. You don't have to use this exact method or exact format, but it is important to keep the font the same. You can see here that the font is the same size and the same font with each level. They're just using alignment, bold, and italics, and an indentation to differentiate. And you can see an example here of how that would look with paper sections. All right, we've got 2 main sections of this paper here. This is just an outline, but we've got method and results. Within method, we've got 2 subsections: site of study and participant population. And then within participant population, we've got 2 subsections within. For each section that's at the same level, the headings are the same, all right? So we're seeing this level of heading for these larger sections, and these could even be as small as paragraphs, teachers and students, or just smaller subsections. We see that pattern repeated here in the next section of the paper, all right? And here they've gone in even further with an indentation and a period at this level. Here is an example of how to do headings, and you can see this and more tips at owl.purdue.edu. conclude, you need to use headings to organize your essay. These let your reader know the content of each section of your essay, and you need to make sure they are organized with the same font and are consistent with each level of organization.